I'm not a very spontaneous person. I am very bad at being random. So if I spend too much time worrying about that random stroke to have it just look like fur, like it's not going to work. So I need a brush to do that for me. To that, honestly, I think that the one from Chelsea, the Nuovo brush, honestly, those brushes are truly perfect for what I'm doing. They are the perfect blend of like a synthetic and a bristle brush where you're getting a beautiful touch with like the ability to hold a ton of paint, and because they're bristles, they create a controlled but slightly chaotic stroke that, like, for painting animals, it's like you really can't get any better. Like, I love it.
Who is that in the two paintings behind you?
They are my friends, and it was like, this one is an Australian friend of mine, and she moved to America, so she's wrapped in things that are a blend of American and Australian things. Like, this tree was an Australian tree, the birds are Australian, but then there's like apples, and I think these flowers were American as well. The leaves are American. And then the one over here is an artist friend of mine who at the time was painting a lot of women in like under the sea kind of things, like women with fish heads, or like slightly distorted bodies with scales and whatnot. So she got the under the water coffin.
Were you always interested in psychological portraiture?
I've always had some leaning towards, well, it's not just going to be a person sitting in a chair. I do like to do something a little bit more than that. So it's always been natural for me. This is one of the larger attempts that I've made at that, but I just haven't had a lot of time to explore it further.
What made you paint these portraits?
I had some idea about painting something that was just a moment in time, and how we change from that moment onwards. So hence, like, the coffin was sort of this attempt at some weird representation of like the death of how you were, and then like the birth of what you turned into.
Do you plan to continue making work with animals?
Like, everything that comes to mind, if I have like a flash of, oh, that'd be a great painting, at this point they are just all involving animals. There's some animal element. So whenever I have the time, I'm sure that's exactly what it's going to be. There's going to be something with this blend of, maybe they will be mythical animals or not, but they will be inside of the work I'm going to do for sure.
How do you think of yourself in the world of contemporary painting?
I've kind of just always been on my own little trip, and there's plenty of artists I will reference and love, but I honestly don't know where I fit into that, especially now, just because I am doing so much commission work that I am losing a little bit of my voice as an artist. I'm not doing any personal work really, so it's hard to say what I actually am doing now. And when I do it, I do feel like it's going to turn more into that, blend of just some kind of surreal with a classical kind of edge, and I don't really know what that's going to be.